Your Isle of Dogs posts, which you've done in the classic paragraph block here, and there's absolutely no reason why you can't do it that way if you get the result that you want on the front end. So I'm just previewing your post in another tab. Great picture. And oh my gosh, I have to go see this movie. I didn't even know. Okay, back focus, Kelly. If you can achieve the layout you want using blocks, that's awesome. You should totally do that. The reason that when we get onto pages, I have Divi implemented, is to get this whole look with the header the way it is, and being able to change from one wide column to 2 columns underneath it, and a sidebar, 3 columns in the footer. Divi's what lets us do different layouts on different pages, and there's really no reason for you to need to create in Divi yourself. I'm just going to go into the visual builder on this page to give you a brief overview that I hope will help. Speedy internet. Okay. Essentially, it is blocks. The blue block is the block for the page area, the editable area. The green block is what we're using to control columns. And in this case, we've selected one wide column, which is this one, and one more narrow column, which is this one over here. And that's really, all you need to know about the green box is that it creates the columns. So if I want a different column structure underneath it, like I just click a new green box, and maybe I want 3 columns wide, and then I can choose whatever I want to put in there. I'm going to guess that, if you were doing it, you would put in an image. Click on that. I will pick your official trailer image. Click green. And when you're on this, if you don't like it covering your entire page, you're able to choose, this is the full page, and this is to have it go sidebar. So now the editor's gone sidebar, and I can see it here. I'm going to save that image, and what I want to do next, I'm going to add a, let's have it feed in your blog post. So now I can go and set how many posts that I want it to show there. I'm going to say just show the one post. It's going to include the most recent one, or you can select categories if you want. You can change the date format. All these different things that are relative only to posts. You can see the excerpt length is set to 270 characters. If I wanted it to be 200 characters, it's going to shorten that up just a little bit. I'll go ahead and save that one. And if I wanted to add, you can play with all these different options, of course, but you do have the text option. And then you can edit the text however you like here. If you wanted it to have a title, you would just change from paragraph to heading. And that's gonna, this should look exactly like you're used to editing in the old classic editor. So again, the green box is what allowed us to create the 3 columns. Each of these gray boxes are the elements within the columns. No matter what color you're in, you're going to click the gear box for editing. Back to this one. This lets you drag it around and say, I wanted this one over here, and I wanted this one over here. This lets you clone it. I'm going to clone a smaller one. This lets you clone it, so if you like that layout, you can get another one just like it. And if you mouse over these, it tells you exactly what it can do. As always, the 3 dots gives you more options, most of which you probably don't care about at the moment. I'm going to delete this whole green section that I created because it doesn't belong on this page. Just hit the delete. Boom, it's gone. And we're back to the page as we knew it. You can also change what's already there. I go to the green box. I've selected this. I could have selected the reverse. And then you see the skinny column gets over here, the wide column gets over here. Change that back. This is a button, so buttons are one of the options that you can insert a gray box button. And then you just say what you want it to say, and you click on the link tab, paste in the link that you want it to go to. So it's that simple. Click the text, it says click here, just like it says here. You click the link, that tells it where it's going. You notice that mine are aligned, this one's aligned right and this one's aligned left. Aligning left is the default. If you want to go into design, you can you can change the alignment. You can change all kinds of things, but alignment's probably the one you're going to care about most. And that's how buttons are put in. I'm going to X because we don't need to save that. And delete. Boom. So this is just a basic overview for editing the pages. Again, when you are in creating a post, I'm going to discard my changes because they were just for demonstration purposes. Come on, Divi. Guess I should say come on, internet, because it's the whole thing being slow for me today. Okay, this is making a new post. So whether you do it from up here or you do it from over here, you net this same kind of layout for a new post. And you can use the blocks if you're more comfortable in the blocks. You can use the Divi builder, which you don't like, or you can use the default editor. Either way. So there's how you choose your blocks. I don't want you to feel like you have to use the Divi builder when you're doing posts. The only time you have to use the Divi builder is when you're editing something that's already in Divi. So if you go to a post, leave the page. If you go to a post that is already built with Divi, then you're going to need to either convert it to blocks or edit it in Divi. Click on the Divi builder here. And, you know, in this view, again, you mouse over, you know what these things do. Green controls the columns, the gray controls each of the individual blocks within. Just click on the gearbox if you want to change something. I would click on that to change it. If I wanted to link it, I'd put a link in here. I'm going to have it open in a lightbox. Save that. I'm going to have all of these open in a lightbox, actually. The lightbox is what Divi is actually behaving as right now, where it is popping up over the top of the content instead of changing the page. So when someone clicks on those images, I'm going to have them, well, we'll go look in a minute. So when something's already built in Divi, the best, easiest thing to do is to keep it in Divi. So I'm going to click the purple, which lets me save the page. Boom. Okay, once that's saved, we can exit the visual builder. And now we are looking at it on the front end. Don't fret these weird yellow boxes. They are actually showing only because I'm logged in, and they have to do with this plugin we have to resize images and keep them optimized for speed. But now when I click on this image, it's going to open up like that instead of in a new window. What a sweet boy Logan is. Okay. So, did I do it on this one? That one's probably big enough anyway without it. So hopefully this has helped a little bit. If not, give me a holler and we'll figure out how to make it work for you. Alrighty. Thanks.